So good evening, it is another video of my series Truth About Parenting, and today I'm talking about being a working parent. And I now work for myself. I do have a manager that helps me, that I speak to through my joy of the internet, and he's been amazing because he's really helped me with developing my blogs and been writing lots of ebooks. So if you'd like to go and check those out, can do at amazon.com and look under the name Carrie Lee Holmes or Carrie.l.m. And I've also changed my YouTube channel. And the reason being is because I am a London girl, and I just thought I am a typical Londoner, so it made sense. And being a working parent, it does mean a lot of juggling. I don't always get to see my son in a minute, but things are changing, so I can be with him more. Looks like I might be seeing him tomorrow, but because obviously it's Easter this weekend coming, which means I need to get my skates on and order an Easter egg, so I will have to do that. Ready for the weekend, and so it means that you do have to kind of be flexible when working. So how I do it, how I used to do it when I was looking after Henry full time, I would work from when he sometimes I would do my cleaning and that in the mornings just to get it out of the way, and then I would then get him ready for school, and my working day would start when I came back from dropping off from school to when picking up, and that time that I used to have between when I dropped him off to pick him up went so quickly. So I am kind of grateful for the time I have now, but I do want to be with my son more, and but there are things being put into place so I can, and obviously I will be living with my new love of my life, and he's also my manager. And that's why it's I am in such a good place in terms of relationship and my work. I just want to be able to be with my son a lot more again, so that's been put into place so that can happen, because I'll be moving more into London, and lots of things will be horizon, but at the minute how I work is I live by one notebook and one method. This is my everyday notebook. Now I do use other notebooks for like planning, so I'm not going to show you that, but in this book I use notebooks for my books that I write, and for other things like shows and things that I'm putting together in other notebooks. But I have one notebook that I live by each day, and it's this one. It's my current one. Now I do still look back on old notebooks like this for ideas on content and stuff like that, and that's how I manage my work. There's no special system. I do use the notebook app on my phone sometimes, but I like to work with paper still, and having just one simple method for me is how I work and how I manage my work. And you do still have to live by a calendar in terms of knowing when holidays and birthdays are, so you do have to be kind of like flexible when doing work. So if I see my son tomorrow, obviously then I will do my work sort of more later on rather than in the morning. But I'm getting up early in the mornings just to do a bit of work, and then I go back to bed, and then I'll do some more, so and that seems to be working at the minute. Sometimes my routine changes going on the seasons because as it starts to get light earlier, my body is, for some reason, I think it's because I've lived in England all my life. I've never lived abroad or anything like that. So my body just adapts to the seasons, and when it starts getting light earlier, I do tend to wake up earlier, and I will make a cup of tea, some toast or cereal, and that's when I start my working day. I was working at weekends at one point, working for an entertainment company, and that worked for a little while, but then I really miss my weekends, and so I'm grateful because even though I now work on my own, I work more because it's my own work, and it doesn't always feel like work. It's, for me, more commendable than working for somebody else, and there's going to be a lot of things that are coming my way this year, which I'm so looking forward to, and it's just this year's been a breath of fresh air because last year wasn't good at all, but it's things are happening where I'm earning for myself, I'm not having to struggle financially, and everything's just fitting into place, and I've saved a lot of money, but I'm ready to move on now from here to move further into London to be with my new man and to be with my son more, and it's just balance really. You just have to find a window. I've written a book, ebook this over the weekend called making one change a day rather than doing a load of things in one day. So I've done that, where I've choose one thing in a day. So even if it's like sending an email, writing a paragraph of a book I'm working on, it's still something. So if you are struggling to find things to do, and find time to do things, just do one task on your. And I don't use it as to-do list because I find to-do list stands for chore, which then puts you off. But if you see it like a goals list, or achievement list, then you're more likely to do it. So, just making one change a day, even it is just taking a book from one room to another room, or cleaning a surface, just one, or cleaning one windowsill in your house, little things still go a long way, and it's just finding balance. And if you've just had a baby, then you just need to get to know your child first before you do anything else, because your focus is now you've become a parent, and it is to adjust to, because it is a change of life and you can't underestimate it in any way. So it's just important that you get to know your child, and that you gradually learn, because with parenting there's no real instructions. You learn on the job, that's how it is. And I've made mistakes, but my son's healthy, he's very happy, he's full of beans, he's so engaging in a lot of things. So I look at it and I think, well, I haven't done a bad job, but I've had help, and I'm not going to deny that, and I'm grateful for that. But you find a way. All I just say is just find your feet, and just take, when you first have your child. I'm very much into planning and all that, but when my son came, it was very unexpected because he was born premature, and it kind of did turn upside down at one point, But I would just say, just don't worry about planning so much. Prep for when your baby arrives, but the planning goes out the window as soon as your baby is born, to be honest. And you just gotta adapt into it slowly, and just if your baby's just arrived, just enjoy each day at a time, because one thing that was important to me was that I didn't miss anything when he was growing up in his first year, because I think the first year is the most precious time of their life, and I didn't want to miss out on anything like that, miss out on his first year. So I would say, you know, just concentrate on enjoying your baby, and you know, if people offer to, you know, help out, never say no, always say yes, because honestly, it is a change of life and you can't deny it, you know. So but being a working mum, you know, it has struggled sometimes as well, because especially if your child hasn't slept all night, you know, that can take its toll. And the sleep deprivation when you become a mum is totally different to normal sleep deprivation. Honestly, it is. It's totally different. And you just go with the flow, you know, as much as you can, you know, and don't be so strict about times, because they will let you know if they're hungry. They will let you know if they need their bum changed. They will let you know if they need a bit of stimulation, you know. So tummy time is very good for that, you know. Obviously, you need to wait until they can lift their head before you do tummy time. But you know, and remember, skin on skin. So you know, that's very important, because it really helps you to bond, and it makes you relax. You know, makes them relax. Also, baby massage is very good, because it relaxes them. Just be careful about what you use on their skin. Now, vegetable oil is very good for their skin. And we had a lot of eczema, so we had to get prescribed creams in the end. But you know, there are other creams out there. I would say avoid baby what's it called? The baby oil, because I found that irritates your skin. So use natural oils on the skin, on their skin, because it's very delicate at first. And you don't need to bathe them all the time, just about once a week, you know, because the skin is so delicate that you know, it doesn't need to be cleaned all the time. And of course, they will have poo explosions. I mean, that's inevitable, you know. So you know, just be prepared for it. Don't overdo it with first newborn clothes, because honestly, they grow so quickly. And consider second hand, because honestly, the hand-me-downs that we got were fantastic. I mean, they were brand new clothes after them, and it honestly saved me a heck of a lot of money, you know. So you know, think about that. Of course, in terms of like cots and that, and the cot we had was my brother's, and it came again in good condition. And so if somebody offers you, you know, a cot, or take them up on the offer, but obviously just check to make sure that it's not worn, or you know, just make sure it's in good condition before you say yes. But do consider it, because it can save you a heck of a lot of money, and because they grow so quickly, you'll find that they won't need, you know, by the time they're about 10 months, lots of babies around that age will go straight to a toddler bed, you know. It all depends on the child, because they develop at different stages. You know, some grow very quickly, some are very, you know, steady, or some of them are very slow at first. But they will soon let you know, you know. So don't try to be flexible, but don't put pressure on yourself, you know. And if you've got people that want to help you, then say yes, because honestly, it's a godsend when you've just had a child. So yes, so I'm not gonna go on too much longer, but that's what I want to talk about today. You know, being a working parent, and yeah, thanks for watching. And today I did a new ebook, which is going to be a series of training sort of guidebooks, and I want to do some, you know, proper paperback books as well for that. And I will be including like some of the things I've talked about in these videos as well. So And if you've got any questions that you'd like to ask me, then I will answer them the best I can. Obviously, I'm not a midwife. I'm not a child healthcare professional. I'm not a, but I have, I am a trained nursery nurse. I am a new football coach. I am a sports leader. So I've got that. So I've got that kind of education and knowledge. So I'll answer you the best I can. And yeah, um, let's work together. So yeah, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.